what can we do with ball balancing that's more dynamic balance? Well, one thing that we can start doing is just tiny marches in place. Okay, and marching in place seems very simple, and it is, but there's so much you can do with it. You can start to go higher knees, and you're gonna see how your movement's reflected in the paddle here, and you have to react to that. You can go lighter on your feet. You can go faster with your feet. You can really go super slow motion, which is almost a transferring of single leg balance, depending on how slow you go. Okay, and making sure to have a chair next to you at all times, and being able to catch the ball or have an extra ball in your pocket just in case. So marching, very nice dynamic balance task. And now we can start stepping in different directions. So tiny little steps left to right. Okay. We can go bigger with those steps. So Trent, I'm gonna let you do that. Go bigger with those steps. Good. Okay, good. And now we can also do stepping in different directions, forward and back, for instance. You're going to see translation of the ball on the paddle with the forward and back stepping. And the goal is to counteract that with the movement of your hand at the paddle. Of course, you can go bigger, and at any point you feel dizzy or unstable, stop, grab a chair, slow down, take some deep breaths. Okay, we can also go diagonals. So if we imagine a clock around us, we've gone forward, backwards, we went to 12, 6, 3, 9. We can go to 1 or 2 over here, right? What's down here? 5?
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
11.
11, 10 or 11. And then what's
8.
down? 7 or 8, exactly. So you can go diagonal, you can go forward, side to side. You can step and go to each order of the clock and clockwise and then counterclockwise. That's a nice way to get a lot of multi-directional movement. And the speed and the distance in which you step is completely modifiable. If you want to increase the speed at which you're doing this, or the distance in which you're stepping to work on more weight transfer, dynamic balance, you can most certainly do that. Continue with the ball balancing. We can do tiny little quarter turns. And they're not even quarter turns, they're even smaller than that. Really being cautious of dizziness, recognizing that our eyes are on the ball and our bodies are moving as our eyes are on the ball. This is called gaze stabilization. And this can certainly cause dizziness in some people. So if you're dizzy, make the movement smaller or stop and sit down. In fact, any time you feel really dizzy after this, just stop completely. You might have an inner ear or vestibular issue. Consult your doctor or a vestibular physical therapist about that. And certainly if you want to make the turns a little bigger, you may. We don't recommend going beyond half a turn. Some people, if they do not have dizziness or inner ear issues, can tolerate full rotations. Very, very challenging. So we have quarter turns. Now we can incorporate the marching with a slight turn as well. Now we can also work on stepping a little bit further, and it's almost more like a baby lunge. It's more of a long step with a weight transfer than it is a lunge. We're not really looking for lunging itself. That is very challenging to do. And stepping to different areas of that clock, starting with left, right, forward, back, diagonal, going clockwise, counterclockwise. Now this bigger step, you're gonna see a lot more movement of the ball because of that weight transfer that you have to counteract for.